Can you check for me, Bubba Kashaw? Sawap, if you could hear it.
Yeah,
Check,
it's not
check.
Showing up on my I haven't even got the notification yet.
Okay, there it goes right there. All right, we good to go. We good to go. So, shalom, Yahweh Shabbat to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Tabashim, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Kamadah. Today, I'm gonna cover marriage according to the Bible, interracial marriage, adultery, and polygamy. So we're gonna go into these scriptures and find out what marriage truly is according to the Most High. Because, you know, in the Christian church, they would teach you, first of all, marriage does not exist in the Christian church. You know what I mean? How do you know? Because the own goddamn pork chop pastor is going to be sleeping with your wife, you know? So marriages don't last just because you get a certificate that says you are married to one another. That is not going to make your marriage last. You know what I mean? So we're going to go into the book of Exodus, chapter 22, and verse 16. It says, if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed. So first we're going to find out what entice means. Entice, according to the Bible, means, talking to a sister, spitting game, what you hear in the hood, man, I spit my game. You know what I'm saying? So you go to a sister, you know what I mean? You pull her aside, you let her know, you talk to her, hey, you look good, you look sweet. You know what I mean? You talk to her, and the second one where it says that is not betrothed. Betrothed means that she does not have a man. This is a single sister who is not promised to another man. You know what I mean? So you spit your game. The men are obligated to go up to a sister, and the first thing out of his mouth should be, "Do you have a man?" You know what I mean? She says she does. No sweat. Move on. There's gonna be another sister. You know what I mean? That's gonna, be interested in you. Gonna think you attractive just how you think she's attractive. You know what I'm saying? And lie with her. So you find a sister who is not betrothed, does not belong to a man, and you spit game, meaning you court her. You know what I mean? You court her for a period of time. You show intent. You know what I'm saying? And then you lie with her. You have sexual intercourse, right? He shall surely endow her to be his wife. Once you lay down with a woman, that is your wife. You know what I'm saying? That is your wife. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important that you don't play with sex. Sex is a serious thing, according to the Lord. You know what I mean? He does not want you to be out here sleeping with multiple women. He does not want women to be sleeping with multiple men. That's the reason why he creates, that's the reason why there's sexual viruses, sexual diseases. You know what I mean? That right there alone lets you know that there is a judgment, meaning a punishment for sleeping with someone who is not your wife, someone who is not your husband. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So right here, it lets you know that a man goes and he talks to a woman who is single, right? And then he courts her. In the ISUPK, we have a 6-month rule. Sister gets her name, she's off limits for 6 months. And then, after 6 months, you will go to your camp leader. You will ask for the camp leader. The camp leader will approve it. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing, that if a sister has an interest in a certain brother, she will go to the camp leader, and the camp leader will approve, this courtship, right? So, a man has to court a woman for a period of time. And during that period of time, you investigate. You ask your questions. You know what I'm saying? You ask, how does she feel about abortion? She's gonna let you know what she feels about abortion. You know what I mean? You ask her, you know what I mean? What kind of medication she's taking. That's important. You know what I'm saying? What kind of problems she's going through. You gotta see how if she's mentally stable. You know what I'm saying? Because these sisters out here, because they've been following philosophies, they've been following the Christian, religion. Everything that they're going through, they don't know anything. So that is a learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these sisters are bipolar because they're out there sleeping around, and we're gonna touch on that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so uh, that's it on that. You know what I mean? And it's very important that once a woman sleeps with a man, that is her husband for the rest of her days. You know what I'm saying? And that is her husband for life. Now I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 22. It's very important that you choose wisely who you want to marry. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Christian church is going to tell you that, hey, take your time. Your aunt, your single aunt, your mom is going to tell you take your time. Maybe this person's not the one for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen to them. They don't know how to keep a husband. They don't know how to keep a wife.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But in the UPK, you will learn how to make your marriage last. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage is a long lasting relationship. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 28. Verse 28. Deuteronomy 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin. So if a man finds a damsel that is a virgin, what does virgin mean according to the Bible? You know what I mean? Virgin does not mean somebody who still has her cherry, you know what I mean, or a man or a woman who has not had sex. According to the Bible, a virgin is a young woman of marriageable age, whether married or not. You know what I'm saying? So a virgin, so it says that if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, again, who is not promised to another man. And like this Bible is a spiritual book. So it goes beyond, you know what I'm saying, being promised, or you know what I'm saying? If she's talking to another man, she's betrothed. You know what I'm saying? She says, I'm talking to, because a lot of times, what a guy wants to hear is that, oh, I don't have a man, but I'm talking to a guy. I'm talking to this person. And then they'll be like, oh man, you know what? Like, they think that that's an opportunity for them to persuade them and to seduce them. You know what I'm saying? That is an evil thing unto your brother. You know what I'm saying? You should let him, you know what I mean? You should let him get it. He's already talking to her. Hey, you know what I mean? No sweat. Get that. You know what I mean? Ask him how he got it. So you could get, you know what I mean? So you could get a woman yourself. You know what I'm saying? So a woman who is not betrothed does not belong to a man, who is not talking to a man, who's not promised to a man. You know what I'm saying? And lie with and lay hold on her. You know what I'm saying? So here, lay hold means, you know what I'm saying, when a man, you know, talks to her, you know, persuades her, you know, seduces her, you know, what the other scripture says, entice. Entice means to manipulate her. You know, you spit game, you know what I mean, and you make her feel, you know what I mean, an emotional feeling. She starts to feel you. She starts to play with her hair. You know what I'm saying? She starts to, you know, make eye contact with you. You know what I'm saying? All those signals, you know what I'm saying? You laying hold on her, meaning you are, you know, Cam Goodall said this, man, you know what I'm saying? You have her wrapped around your finger. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gamed her up. That's what lay hold on her means. It does not mean, you know, you take her down and you take advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? That lay hold does not mean that. You know, some fake Israelite groups, that's what they teach. They teach that you could rape a woman and lie hold on her. It does not mean that according to the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have the spirit of the white man, you will believe, you know, because the white man does not have the spirit, you know what I mean, of the Most High. Only blacks, Latinos, and Americans, the Most High gave us that spirit, you know what I mean? So we talk a certain way, and that's how the Most High speaks as well. You know what I mean? So we're the only ones that can understand these scriptures, because the Bible is our historical records. You know what I'm saying? So if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lie hold on her and lie with her, meaning he sleeps with her, he has sex with her, and they be found. So the they be found meaning they find out that they had sexual intercourse. You know what I mean? That's what they be found. So everyone found out. You know what I'm saying? Verse 29. Then the man that lie with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he has to pay the father, because the first off, the father is the one who decides if this young woman, it said a young woman, a damsel is a young woman, a virgin of marriageable age, whether married or not. So the father decides when this young woman is ready to marry and to have a man. You know what I'm saying? Like if a father knows how to knows about marriages and he knows how to, you know what I'm saying, he'll say his and for all you fathers out there, you know what I'm saying, he'll say that maybe his daughter will be ready like at age, you know, 20 through 23, you know, somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? And the father's the one who decides who his daughter is going to marry. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important, you know, and you know, the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, they're part of the reason why a father's not in the home. Because they will, you know, there was a time period where they would send out women to go door to door knocking, and you know, they'll find the wife at home alone. Like, where's your husband? Oh, he's working. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they'll get in their they'll try to find out about their personal life. But, oh, you know, does your husband do this? I'm like, yeah, my husband drinks, you know, he does this and that. And, you know, they start telling them like, hey, you know what, like drinking is against is a, you know, it's a sin, well, which is a lie. You know what I mean? We know that drinking is lawful. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ drank. It's just that simple.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so they'll get into a look into this woman's mind, and then they'll start telling them, you know what, you got to leave that man. That man is wicked. That man is evil. You know what I mean? The same thing that the goddamn the purple sodomites do. You know what I mean? I remember a brother in the school told me that his wife is a preacher, this and that, right? And then the purple sodomites told him, hey, don't sweat it. Leave her, and you'll get another wife. That's the reason why that sister George Morgan, you know what I'm saying, is dead, because of this fake Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? So again, if they be found because this man did not go to the woman's father. He has to pay a dowry. You know what I'm saying? 50 shekels, what it said, 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife. You know what I'm saying? He pays our dowry, and he becomes his wife. It's not a ring. It is not a marriage certificate. You know what I mean? That's not what makes a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Sex is marriage, according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So here a man went and took a wife without going to the father first. It's very important that you go to that woman's father, right? So if you don't have a father, you will go to your camp leader. Your camp leader will decide for you if you are ready for marriage. You know what I'm saying? Nobody marries Commanding General Yohana's daughters without it being approved. You know what I'm saying? You have to get it approved, and you go through the courtship, and you know what I'm saying? You guys decide to marry, you know what I mean? That's going to be an honorable marriage. So because he had humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. You hear that? Because he had humbled her, meaning, you know what I mean? He made her submit to him. You know what I'm saying? He humbled her, she had sex with him, and now he can't put her away for the rest of his days. You know what I mean? There's no divorce according to the scriptures.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into that into Salakia. The only way a woman can be free from her husband is one way, which is in Romans chapter 7, verse 2. Salakia, I'm gonna get that when we cover adultery. So I'm gonna go to Genesis chapter 24. Yeah, Genesis chapter 24, verse 67. '24 verse 67. So it says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent. So this is talking about Isaac, right? And the her is Rebecca. He brought Rebecca into his mother's tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. You know what I mean? It didn't say anything about him putting a ring, getting on his knees, asking her to become his wife, putting a ring on it, going through, you know, getting a marriage certificate. Say he took her to his mother's tent, and Rebecca became his wife, and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. They had sex, and once the deed was done, now she's his wife. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. You know what I mean? And he loved Rebecca. You know what I'm saying? He took a woman who he wanted to keep. If you have no intentions in keeping a woman, why even try to entice her? Why even try to spit your game? You know what I mean? Save that for a woman who you really trying to keep. You know what I mean? Don't go out trying to flirt with a woman. You know what I'm saying? That is evil for the next for the brother who's really who really takes interest in her. You know what I'm saying? Don't flirt with her. Don't have, you know what I mean, no type of uh you know what I'm saying? Don't have no type of how do you say, like, no, how can I say this? Like, you're not feeling this sister. You know what I mean? Don't try to flirt with her. Don't try to game her up. You know what I mean? Let the next man get it. You know what I'm saying? Let that brother who really likes her, who really wants to invest his time in her, you know what I mean? Who's planning on taking her out, you know what I mean? Not just sleeping with her. Let him, get that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be trying to hold her hand. You shouldn't be, you shouldn't try to, get a kiss from her. None of that. You know what I mean? Because, according to the Bible, sex is marriage, right? And again, this Bible is a spiritual book. So it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? You have oral sex with someone, that is your wife. That is your husband. You know what I mean? You see their nakedness, that is your wife. That is your husband. You know what I'm saying? Is the spiritual part of it, Of course, sex is marriage, but you know what I mean? You get oral from a woman, you know what I mean? She is now your wife. You know what I mean? I don't want a woman who gave you oral. You know what I mean? You should keep her.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't try to cuddle with a woman. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not planning on making her my wife, I'm not gonna cuddle with her. You know what I'm saying? And neither should she try to cuddle with a man who she does not see as her husband. You know what I mean? Because you sleep with multiple men, you go through anxiety, depression, and you feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? You have mental problems. And that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, you once you lay down with a man, you gotta keep that man. Make sure that you know what I'm saying, make sure that he's in the UPK, otherwise he's gonna leave you. He's gonna leave you if he's not in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? So uh so that's it on that, right? So now I'm gonna go to Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. SUBCRIBE. Hebrews 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. So marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. You know what I'm saying? Whatever a husband and a wife want to do, you know what I mean, behind closed doors, that is honorable. You know what I'm saying? According to marriage. Now, if you're a man, you know what I mean, don't let a woman, sodomite you. Make you a sodomite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't let her, you know what I mean, play with you, you know what I mean, with a sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? That is that is sodomy. You know what I'm saying? Now, a man, if he chooses to, you know what I mean? Yeah, that is an honorable thing. You know what I'm saying? If he chooses to have, you know what I'm saying, intercourse with his woman, you know what I'm saying? Where the sun don't shine, that's his choice. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a man, you know what I mean? Like that is not allowed, man. That is not the spirit of the Most High Power. You know what I mean? The Most High Power is a man of war. Kind of man of war, you know what I mean? Takes it up the bat. You know what I mean? That is not that's not an honorable thing, right? But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. God is going to judge you if you're a whoremonger. A whoremonger is a man who sleeps with multiple women. You know what I mean? And does not keep them, throws them away. That is a whoremonger. You know what I mean? He's just having reckless sex. You know what I mean? And an adulterer, God will judge. You know what I'm saying? How do you know God judges you? Well, if you had a sexual infection, a sexual disease, God has judged you. You know what I mean? That's your punishment. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's giving you a warning that what you have committed, the act that, you know what I mean, the way you are behaving is against his law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important for you to take marriage serious. Serious is not a thing, you know what I mean? It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? It's serious. You know what I'm saying? You will be put to death if you play around with sex, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna get. So that's gonna lead me into adultery. So like I have one more. I have one more precept in the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 36. Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. You know what I'm saying? When a man sleeps with a woman, that's the beginning of marriage and also the beginning of possession. Now he possesses this woman. You know what I'm saying? That's his possession. He belongs to her. You know what I'm saying? You see two a male and a female walking together. You know what I'm saying? Just assume that's his possession. You know what I'm saying? If it's unclear to you, you know what I'm saying? Go and ask him. Ask the man. Hey, is that your woman? He might say it's not. You know what I'm saying? He might say, no, this is a friend. Get at her. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to find out. You know what I'm saying? If a sister is single before you try to even sleep with her, right? So he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. You know what I'm saying? A woman supposed to be submissive to her man. You know what I'm saying? And she's supposed to be a like, what to say, a help like unto himself. She's supposed to help him out. You know what I'm saying? Help him pay the bills. You know what I mean? Of course, he's gonna be the breadwinner, meaning not that he makes more money than her, but meaning he's the one who's going to decide how the bills are going to be paid. He's the one who's going to have control over the money. Now, some brothers might, let the wife take control of that. No sweat. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's the one who has the last word on how the money is going to be spent. You know what I'm saying? And a pillar of rest. You know what I mean? The woman is supposed to be a pillar of rest according to the scriptures. You can't be a loudmouth monster.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Your husband, comes home, and being a priest, it is not a light thing. Being a priest, you're constantly doing the work of the Lord. So why not, honor your men? You know what I'm saying? There's a precept that says you will be a crown unto your husband. Meaning when other people see you, you know what I mean, you're your husband's crown. So they see you and you know what I mean, they're gonna be like, man, who's that sister's husband? And be like, oh man, that's a WAP's rib. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, that's gonna show honor. You know what I mean? That Sawap has raised a sister, you know what I mean, who you know what I mean, who feeds brothers. You know what I'm saying? Who's there, cooking food for the feast days. You know what I'm saying? Who, makes garments for brothers. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna move on. Move on to interracial marriage. Because interracial marriage is a sin according to the Bible. According to the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Interracial marriage is a sin. So we're gonna go to the beginning, to Genesis. Genesis chapter 6. And verse 1. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. Right? So this is when the earth was being populated, right? And then the sons of the sons of God, you know what I'm saying, who are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We started to see that the daughters of men, that they were fair, meaning that fair, meaning appealing, pretty, you know what I'm saying, beautiful, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That they took them wives of all which they chose. And we took them for wives. You know what I mean? A heathen can't be your rib. Only somebody of your own nation could only be your rib. You know what I mean? A heathen, of course, there's going to be brothers and sisters who come from the world who have a heathen husband or wife. You know what I'm saying? Of course, in the UPK, we'll teach you how, that's still your husband. That's still your wife. You can't put them away. You know what I mean? But, we'll teach you how to deal with them when we have feast days, when we have, barbecues, classes, you know what I'm saying, gatherings, right? So it says that they took them wives of all which they chose. You know what I'm saying? We decided to choose every goddamn heathen except our own women, right? And it says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Like the Most High said, man, you know what? I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go back and forth with man, for he is flesh. Like, man, you know what? Like, I could just kill them. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta go back and forth with them. I ain't gotta debate them. I ain't gotta, you know what I mean, argue with them. They flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days. Right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a scripture who Christians, you know, who don't know the Bible because they learned the Bible from the goddamn oppressor. You know what I mean? Who does not know the spirit of the Bible. So they see giants, you know what I mean? They believe that, you know, what they say, Nephilims, or, you know what I'm saying? They believe is like some, you know, 9 feet, 10 feet tall man. But it said in those days there were giants. Giants in the Bible is just a man who's like a tycoon, somebody who has a man of stature. You know what I'm saying? That's what a giant means in the Bible. It's not these you know what I mean? You know, you have giants now today in the world. Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? He's a giant. You know what I mean? You have other NBA players who are giants. You know what I'm saying? And a giant means a man of stature, right? So a man of status. And it says, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of man, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. You know what I'm saying? So we decided to go unto the daughters of man, meaning the daughters of the other of the heathens, of the other nations outside of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We decided to take wives out of those nations. You know what I'm saying? And they bared us children, and the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Right? So these children became mighty men. It's like when you have, you know, that will be like what they call biracial, you know, child. You know, a child with, you know, lighter complexion, meaning that because he's lighter, you know what I'm saying, he has more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So verse 5, God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And this is a wicked thing to the most high power for us to have taken daughters of the men of the other nations. You know what I'm saying? That was a wickedness thing, right? And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, right? And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. You know what I mean? Like in our minds, we were thinking that these women were better than our women. When our women cook the best, they look the best. You know what I'm saying? Why, you know what I mean? Or they say, that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart, you know what I mean? Your heart is your mind, was only evil continually. That is an evil thing, to look upon the oppressor's daughter and to think that she looks better than the black and Latino sister. You know what I mean? If I hear this all the time. You know what I mean? I hear this all the time where a brother would be like, "Oh man, you know what? Like, you know, she got a body, this and that." Really, what you're saying is that you want a black or Latino woman. You know what I mean? Because all the Kardashians and all these, you know what I mean, damn dogs want to look like our women. So you're really saying that you want a Black, Latino, or Native American sister, and there shouldn't be no reason why you go outside of the 12 tribes. You know, you want a dark skin, light skin, you're gonna get them in the 12 tribes. You know what I mean? You want a sister who's tall, who's short, you know what I mean? Who you know what I mean, who has even slanted eyes. You know what I mean? You're gonna get a sister, you know, then Guatemalan sisters, that's the tribe of Zebulon, you know, they kind of have chinky eyes. There shouldn't be no reason why you go out and you get a damn Asian woman. You know what I mean? You could just get one of your own tribes. You know what I'm saying? And it says, so that's it on that, right? So from the beginning, the Lord hated interracial marriages. You know what I mean? And he that is an evil thing unto the Most High Power. For you to go and marry a goddamn heathen. And a heathen is someone who's outside of your nation. Right? So I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. Deuteronomy 7 and 3. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. So who's the Most High speaking to? Right? The Most High is speaking to the children of Israel. Every time you hear, you know, this Bible, all you're going to hear is, oh, children of Israel, the house of Jacob. You know what I'm saying? That's only talking about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. It ain't speaking to no one else. So when it says, neither shall thou, the thou is talking about, you know, the Israelites, make marriages with them. The them is the other nations, right? Thy daughters, so like thy daughter, thou shalt not give unto his son. You can't give your daughter unto, you know what I mean, the Arab man, unto his son, unto the oppressor's son, unto the Chinese man's son, right? Can't give them unto their sons, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy sons. You know what I mean? I can't allow my daughter, so like I can't allow my son to marry one of their daughters. That is a sin according to the Most High Power. You know what I mean? The Most High has given us a commandment right here. You know what I mean? When it says thou shalt or shall thou, right? The Most High Power has given us a commandment. This is a commandment where the Lord says, you know what I mean? Interracial marriages is a sin, right? And what is a sin according to the Bible? 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. You know what I mean? A sin is a transgression of the law. You know what I mean? The breaking of the law, right? So if you are, you know, of course, if you already have a heathen husband or wife, you know what I mean? Like, you can't put them away. But if you haven't slept with them and you talking to them, you know what I'm saying? That is a sin against the Lord. You know what I mean? And it says, verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me. You know what I mean? Because you are married to the oppressors, the Anglo-Saxons' daughter. Now your son is going to be turned away from following the Most High Power. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to follow the God of the Bible. They're going to worship Cesar Borgia. You have a question, Sawat?
I just want to go on some stuff you said too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen brothers saying July brothers that came into like with gang banging. I said my gang was predominantly Asian and Cambodian. See those brothers learn the language of Cambodians. Where are the idols of Buddha? Teach their children the language of that. You know what I'm saying? To eat all the unlawful types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Probably brother eat back too.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, rat, or whatever they make. You know.
Con. If I could, I was gonna say hold your point because what you're saying is very important, and I have a precept. So if you know, I'm gonna bring that out, and then you know what I mean, because I don't want to jump ahead, but sure. you're making a good point. That's another reason why. You know what I mean? What Trooper Sawab said is that, you know what I mean, of course, you know, they're gonna turn your son from serving the most high power, but you know, you're gonna start eating the unlawful foods, you're gonna start learning their languages, you know, and that's in the Bible. You know what I mean? Like this is, you know, what you see happening today is nothing new, right? This has been happening since the days of old. You know what I mean? So like it's why when I bring it out, if you could elaborate on that. For sure. Let me see. So it says for following me that they may serve other gods. You know what I mean? They're gonna start serving that Buddhist God. You know what I mean? They're gonna start serving you know what I mean, what have you, some spiritual God. You know what I mean? Which really they are demons. You know what I mean? They are demons. They're teaching you to disobey the Lord. You know what I mean? They're teaching you to hate the most high power. You know what I mean? So like it. Let me that they may serve other gods, so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. You know what I mean? If you allow your children to marry someone of another nation, you are gonna kindle the most high's anger. You know what I mean? And you know the Lord's gonna be against you, and He's gonna destroy you suddenly. You know what I mean? You think because you know what I'm saying, like you think because you know your son is married to the oppressor's daughter that now he has some type of reputation or now he has some type of status. Well, you know that is a goddamn lie, man. You know what I'm saying? Her family is still gonna look at him like a wetback. It's still gonna look at him like a nigga. You know what I mean? They're not gonna look at him like nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is gonna destroy you for allowing your daughter to marry the oppressor's son. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these women, you know what I mean, who I talk to at the slavery or you know friends, you know what I mean, like I don't know what's going on in these silly minds, man. Like they live with their so like the oppressor's son or daughter lives with the family, and because you know all the riches that they have stolen from blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know now they have you could say a nice house or whatever, and you know they will automatically start start fantasizing about them moving into this house. You know what I'm saying? When that house does not belong to him, belongs to the parents. The parents could, you know, they don't want you in their home. You know what I'm saying? If anything, they're gonna tell her son or daughter, look, man, you want to be with them? Hey, you know what I mean? That's your choice, but don't bring them in my house. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want outside of here. You know what I'm saying? And I hear that all the time, where it didn't work out because you know what I'm saying the mother had some type of contention, you know what I mean, with the sister or what have you. You know what I mean? So we'll go to the next precept. We'll go to Tobit chapter 4. in verse 12. Tobit 4 and 12. In the Apocrypha, the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom. So the Most High is going to describe what whoredom is. This is another definition, you would say, in the Bible that defines whoredom. It says, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Most High is telling you, beware of whoredom. But chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. You're supposed to take a wife of the seed of your own nationality, your own race. You know what I'm saying? Before you go on to the other nations. You know what I mean? You're black or Latino, take a black or Latino woman for marriage. You know what I mean? As a wife. Don't go seeking, an Asian woman, an Arab woman, you know what I'm saying, an Anglo-Saxon woman. You know what I mean? Go get yourself a woman from the hood, from the barrio. You know what I mean? Somebody who can understand, you know what I mean, your suffering. You know what I mean? Because, these heathens don't understand what you're going through. All they know is that they're taking your money and they're living, well in America. Off of your money, off of your, you know what I mean? Off of your struggle. But they don't know the struggle that you go through. You know what I mean? But a black or Latino woman, they know exactly what you're going through. So, let me continue. And take not a strange woman to wife. I mean, the Most High says, don't take a strange woman. A strange woman is someone outside of your nation. You know what I mean? Because a strange woman is not going to have your best interest in mind. A strange man is not going to have your best interest in mind, black and Latino woman. You know what I'm saying? They require love from you. But when are we going to require love from them? You know what I'm saying? We don't even get to speak, you know what I mean, and stand up for what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? You just got to, be quiet and love them. You know what I'm saying? Damn that. Right? Which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. You know what I'm saying? Of course, now, if a sister's married, okay, it said that my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, meaning of their own of their own people, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. You know what I'm saying? If a sister marries a heathen, a stranger who's not of her race, you know what I'm saying, her children are going to be bastards unto the Lord. And they're not going to inherit the land of their forefathers, which is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to, when Christ comes back, they're not going to have no land to inherit. That's why it's so important for black and Latino women to marry a black or Latino Native American man. You know what I'm saying? So they can inherit their forefathers' land when Christ comes back. When he puts us, when he puts us back in Israel. You know what I mean? We take dominion of our land. You know what I'm saying? So The Most High is saying that you sleeping with women that is outside of your race is whoredom. You know what I mean? Your wife is a whore. If she's an Asian, Arab, East Indian, you know what I'm saying? Anglo-Saxon woman. She's a whore. I mean, that's how the Most High power sees it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna go into the book of Ezra. The book of Ezra. Let me see what Ezra is. 35. The book of Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 12. This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 12. Now, therefore, give not your daughters. Now, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. You know what I'm saying? Blacks and Latinos, we shouldn't be seeking for the peace of the other nations. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. Let me we shouldn't seek their peace or their wealth. You know what I mean? We look at these other nations, you know what I mean, for saving. You know, we want to be saved. Blacks and Latinos want to be saved because, you know, we're hardly making it in this goddamn hellhole of America called America, right? So, you know, we seek peace from the oppressors mainly. You know, we always want to take the oppressor's daughter for marriage, the oppressor's son for marriage. You know what I mean? When the scripture says don't seek their peace, like I said, you know what I mean? They don't require us to love them. You know what I mean? But I mean, so like we don't require them to love us, but they require us to love them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you're gonna lose your life marrying a goddamn heathen. You know what I mean? Because they do not care about you. They're gonna show you. You know, there's been multiple stories, you know, this year and last year, when you hear about the NFL's daughter, you know what I mean, other sisters who, you know, who have gotten beaten, who have lost their life because they chose to marry the oppressor's son. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you know, the scripture said he was blessed with the sword, meaning, you know, he's blessed to kill. And you know, you are marrying a man who, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna kill you. You know, there's another scripture that says, but it was war in their heart continually. You know what I'm saying? And they're even though you're their wife, you know what I'm saying, there's still war in their mind. You know what I'm saying? That like any bad thing you do can trigger them to want to take your life. You know what I'm saying? But that's a choice you made. And if you're finding out about the truth, you can't put them away. That's your husband. You know what I'm saying? So, Salakia. Um, Let me continue. So like I should have started at verse 11. No, so like I'm gonna continue. Um, Forever, it means never seek for peace, for their peace, never seek for their wealth. You know what I mean? Their wealth means nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your identity, you know what I mean, you have nothing. What does it matter if you have a little bit of wealth coming from your oppressor? If you don't have your identity, you won't have anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come.
Let me that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. Right? It's like, let me. Right. So, but if you read on verse 11, right, which it says, which thou hast committed by thy servants the prophets, saying that the land unto which ye go to possess it, it is unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the land, with their abominations. You know what I'm saying? And anywhere that the oppressor steps, you know what I'm saying, he makes those lands filthy. You know what I'm saying? He makes those lands unclean with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. So like uncleanness. You know what I'm saying? And like you have perfect examples of the oppressor being a goddamn, filthy animal. You know what I'm saying? Just recently, uh Austin Kutcher and Mina Kunis said that they do not bathe their children. You know what I'm saying? That they see a little bit of dirt on them, they'll wipe it off, but then themselves don't even, wash. You know what I'm saying? Wash themselves. They don't shower like that. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody started, all the Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? All the Caucasians started flooding the comments. Like, man, I grew up not showering. You know what I'm saying? We will only shower on Saturday so we could go to Sunday church. Oh, I remember that I used to, mom used to make us just sit in the bathtub with water, and we would come out until we felt that we was clean. You know what I'm saying? Even Paul Wall just recently said that he don't even shower like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? These are these disgusting people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And these are the people you want to be married to. My slavery. I always where I work there's Caucasians everywhere, and man, I'm telling you, they are funky, and they don't shower. They have all the Gucci, all this and that, but that is not gonna cover up your musk, man. You're gonna have the $100+ perfume cologne, and it's still not gonna be enough. No matter how much you spray, it's not gonna be enough to cover up your stench, man. You are a goddamn, filthy animal. You know what I'm saying? Now, um, you can find that in the Apocrypha as well. There's if you want to take this down, is First Ezra chapter 8, 84 through 85. All right, so I'm gonna go to the same book, Ezra chapter 10, verse 2. Start at verse 2. And Shechaniah and the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam answered and said unto Ezra, We have trespassed against our God, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our God, and let it be done according to the law. Now, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, if you took a heathen wife, you know what I'm saying, they were putting them away, including with the children. They couldn't come into the congregation. You know what I mean? Now, you know, Christ died. That's the reason why I'm here. That's the reason why a lot of brothers and sisters are in the school, because, you know, Christ gave us another chance. You know what I mean? The most important thing is that your father is a descendant of the slaves. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you a child of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So, but there is one thing, right? Because in the scriptures, you have a few meanings for putting away. Putting away can mean you putting away your wife, meaning you do away with her. Another definition for putting away, meaning that you hide her, like how Joseph put away Mary, meaning he hid her from the public when he had sex with Mary and had Christ. You know what I'm saying? He put her away for some time. It's not that he did away with her. That's a damn lie. And then there's another put away. Another put away is that you know what I mean? So like you take some time off from your wife. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you do not divorce her. You just, you just take some time off. You know what I'm saying? Those are the three different, right, for put away. But I'm gonna read it again. Now let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and such as are born of them. Now, one thing that if you are a Black or Latino man and your wife, or if you're a Black or Latino woman and you have a husband who is of another nation, you have to put them away. What does it mean? That you can't bring them into our classes. They can't show up to our feet, to our high holy convocations. You know what I'm saying? They can't come to our barbecues.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They can't be in our gatherings. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Black Latino woman, you know, your sons that you have, your children that you have with that heathen man, that heathen husband, they can't come in here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But you could, because you are of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you could have a heathen mother. You know, she can't come in here. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one way. That's one way where you could. That's one way that you have to put away your strange wife, your strange husband. You know what I'm saying? They can't be around us. Now I'm gonna go to Nehemiah chapter 13. Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 23. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. You know what I'm saying? So Nehemiah saw Jews who are the tribe of Judah or the southern kingdom, or it could mean Israelites, depending on the context, right? He saw Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and Moab. Those are heathen nations. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is Nehemiah who served the most high power. And you know what I mean? He roughed, you know what I mean? He put hands on the Jewish man. So like it, not the Jewish man. So like it, he put hands on his brothers because they had married women, strange women of another nation, because their children were starting to speak their language. What you were saying, Sawat? You know what I'm saying? So like, can you say that again, Sawat?
Yes, sir.
Baba Kashaw?
You know, just dealing with the heathen women as far as us men of the Lord going into these heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? First off, they have different gods. So, you know what I'm saying? You're already serving the idol. You will start serving the idol. You see these brothers that were around me that went to these Asian women, they'll start wearing the idol necklaces with the Buddha, the ivory, the gold. You know what I'm saying? They'll start speaking the language. Of course, eating the foods, you know what I'm saying? They eat everything against the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Against the law, statutes, and commandments of the biblical,
law, Moses?
Law. You know, they
eat calamari,
squid egg rolls.
Yeah, Leviticus chapter 11.
All kinds of shrimp fried rice. You know what I'm saying? Pork fried rice. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. They do everything that's against the Most High. So they're always unclean. They make us unclean. You know what I'm saying? You can never go into they would never be able to eat. Even our brothers that are dealing with these women wouldn't even be clean to come into the class to learn. Because they would be eating these defiled foods, the pork, the catfish, the shrimp. You know, and these are things that these brothers would give into and they'd be lost. Like, they'll start living as though they were Asians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those were their customs and everything against the Lord. I can see why the Lord is pissed when we go into those things, because it does. We will start practicing those ways against it.
Khan, man, you will forever be unclean. You know what I mean? Marrying a heathen wife, a heathen husband, because one thing I've seen, right, is that this oppressor, you know what I'm saying? He has his own refrigerator and he has raw meat in there, man. You know what I'm saying? All bloodied up. You know what I mean? He even buries some of that beef until it gets maggots, and he eats the maggots, man.
Wow. Man.
You know what I'm saying? There's this one episode on Wife Swap where one family, all they eat is raw beef. It's raw smoothies, raw this and that. You know what I'm saying? Just disgusting. Utterly disgusting, man. And you're gonna marry yourself you're gonna marry your children unto these goddamn abominations. You know, that's what it said in the book of Ezra. You know what I mean? Who make the land unclean, filthy, and abominable. You know what I'm saying? So continue with the right. So Nehemiah, he put hands on his brother because you know what I'm saying. He knew that the Most High had destroyed. You know what I mean? The whole earth, and only kept 8 people alive. You know what I'm saying? Only kept 8 people alive because of interracial marriage. You know what I mean? And Nehemiah, you know what I mean, put hands on his brother, man, for taking wives of another nation. You know what I'm saying? And if you go to Numbers chapter 25 and verse 8, you will see that, you know what I mean? Let's go there real quick. Book of Numbers. Exodus. Chapter 25. And 8. So if I start at so like let me. And it says, and Moses said, verse 5, and Numbers chapter 25, verse 25, verse 5. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye everyone his man that were joined unto Baal Peor. You know what I mean? That is your Caesar Borgia, man. That is your Kaaba stone. You know what I'm saying? That is your Buddha, right? And it says, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses. You know what I'm saying? So one of our brothers, you know what I mean, brought a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, meaning he brought a heathen in the congregation amongst his brothers. And in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and when Phinehas, the son of Blazer, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went unto the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. You see that? Even one of the sons of Aaron, you know what I'm saying, a descendant of Aaron, saw, you know, one of his brothers bring a heathen amongst them. And he took a javelin and thrust them through while, you know, they were having sex. You know what I'm saying? Thrust them through. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that is a punishment. You know what I'm saying? Interracial marriage is a sin. Now, back in the day, you will be put to death. And that's what this priest, you know what I'm saying? The bloodline of Aaron, those were the priests of those days. And he did a righteous thing. You know what I'm saying? By putting away, what it say? It said that Salakia. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. It is a plague, man, to take a woman who is not of your nation for marriage. Right? So we go to 1 Kings chapter 11. First Kings chapter 11, verse 1. Book of 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women. You know what I'm saying? King Solomon loved strange women. It says, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. You know what I'm saying? So the daughters of Pharaoh will be, you know, those stinking Africans, because, you know, so-called blacks so-called Negroes are not the same people as Africans, right? It says women of the Moabites. That's your Chinese women. Ammonites. That's your Japanese women. Edomites. You know what I mean? That's the oppressor's daughter. You know what I mean? The Caucasian woman. Zidonians and Hittites. I believe those are other African tribes, right? And it says, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon cleaved unto these in love. You know what I'm saying? So Solomon started building altars, you know what I mean, for their gods. You know what I mean? The gods of the other nations. You know what I mean? And they led him away from serving the Lord. But of course he came back. He came back to serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you should not take women of other nations, because you will celebrate their holidays. You know what I mean? You are gonna celebrate. You are gonna eat that crab, pork, chip, and lobster, that rat, that dog, that cat, that bat. You know what I'm saying? That pangolin. You're gonna eat that. You know what I'm saying? And those are abominable foods unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, um, Thanksgiving, celebrating those days, those holidays are a sin in the sight of the Most High Power. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go into adultery now. I'm gonna go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 22. 22, verse 22. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband. Now, this is adultery in the Bible, right? If a man be found laying with a woman married to an husband, then shall both of them die. Both the man that lied with the woman and the woman. So shall thou put away evil from Israel. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you would have gotten hung by a priest. You would have gotten your head chopped off. You know what I'm saying? You would have gotten a javelin, you know what I mean, through you know what I mean, through your body. You know what I mean? That is adultery in the Bible. If a man lies with a woman who's married and a woman who sleeps outside of her marriage, that is adultery according to the Bible.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't be like Jada Pinkett and having an entanglement. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, she has a mental sickness because she's been sleeping with multiple men. You know what I mean? What did she say? She said she recently said this in Twitter. She said, "Don't let your husband stop you from finding the love of your life." Well, I thought your husband was the love of your life. That's the reason why you took him for marriage. You know what I'm saying? You know, so You know, you can't have no sneaky link. You know what I mean? You can't have a work husband. You can't be no work husband. You know what I'm saying? She's married, she's off limits. That's simple. Now, and you know, you will be put to death, man.
That's right.
Keep sleeping with married women, you're gonna be put to death, man. The Most High is gonna judge you. He's gonna bring a punishment. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna lose your life over a woman who does not belong to you. You see that happening all the time. The jails are filled with men who have committed murder because another man has, you know, he caught his woman in the act of sleeping with another man. Now one man is dead, the other one is facing life. And now this woman, she's free and she's, you know, sleeping with another man. You know what I mean? You whoring yourself. You know, Mariah Carey, all these women who the young sisters look up to are an example of who not to be. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna lead you to being mentally unstable. You know what I mean? They're gonna lead you to opening yourself up to demons, right? Like, you know, I was talking to somebody at the slavery, and you know, she just happened to tell me her body count. And you know, she's young, like early 20s, and her body count is more than, you know what I mean, than the age on her. You know what I mean? That is ridiculous. And you know, of course, I'm telling her about, you know, that she's in sin, right? And she tells me this. I know she got a demon on her. She says, "I know you are trying to call me a hoe, but I know I'm a hoe." Right? That's like when, you know, you are smoking a cigarette and on that cigarette box it says you it might cause cancer. You know what I'm saying? That is a demon on you that's telling you, well, everybody's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I remember General Muhammad said this. He said when a woman has multiple partners, that is a demon on her. Because when she when she courts one man, she's gonna have to submit to that man. And that demon on her is not gonna allow her to submit to that man because he wants her to submit to the demon, to the unclean spirit. So the unclean spirit rather her have 20 men and not be submissive to neither than to be submissive to one. You know what I'm saying? That is a demon on that sister. Right? So now I'm gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, become another man's, shall he return unto her again? And I mean, if a man puts away his wife, meaning he separates from her, you know, he has not done away with her. He just separates from her. He needs some time off. You know what I mean? She has become a loudmouth monster. You know what I'm saying? She's constantly, you know what I mean, embarrassing him, you know, bringing shame to him. So he takes some time off from her, and she goes and becomes another man's. Shall he return unto her again? Now this is a question. Should a man take back a woman who has slept with another man during their marriage? And it says, shall not that land be greatly polluted? Should, now has her box not become polluted when another man, um, ejaculates on her? Comes in her box? You know what I'm saying? And it says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said the Lord. You know what I mean? But also, blacks and Latinos, we play the harlot, against the most high power. We want to serve and instead of serving the most high power. That's what it's also saying here, right? But of course, when a woman sleeps with another man, she now belongs to that man. And she has committed adultery. She has to repent. You know what I'm saying? She has to repent. And that land is polluted now. Let her be. Let her go. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times a life would have been saved if a man just said, man, you know what? You could have her. You know what I mean? She's a whore, have her. You know what I mean? Instead of, trying to take vengeance on on a man. You know what I'm saying? Because, there's a lot of women out here. They say the ratio was 10-1. Now they say it's 12-1. Well, that's like one woman out of every tribe for yourself. You know what I mean? But of course, you want to have multiple wives, which we're going to cover as well. You got to be wise. So, the scriptures letting you know that once you sleep with a woman and she becomes your wife and she sleeps on you, she now belongs to another man because her box, which is her body, is now polluted. You know what I mean? Now we'll go to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. The book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? A man who sleeps with another man's wife. Right? Even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife. The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, the priest will put you to death. But, now that's what Christ came back. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that was changed from the covenant. Now, the Most High is going to put you to death himself. You know what I'm saying? He's going to put you to death himself for sleeping with another man's wife. He's going to put the woman to death for sleeping outside of her marriage. You know what I'm saying? That is disgusting. You know what I mean? And it is gay to sleep with another man's wife. You know what I mean? Spiritually, you must want the rod that goes in her mouth and that goes inside of her. You must want that rod for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That is a sodomite spirit to want to sleep with another man's wife. You know what I mean? Go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 27. So like, let me see, 19 and Matthew 5:27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time. You know, this is referring to the Old Testament. But Christians say that the Old Testament is done away with. But here, Christ, because this is written in red, Christ is referring to the Old Testament. It was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. You know what I mean? Don't commit adultery. You will be put to death. We just cover that. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her had committed adultery with her already in his heart. Right? So Christ is taking it a step further. You know, you might look at a woman and you lust over her, which lusting over a single woman is not unlawful. You know what I mean? You're not breaking no law. You know what I mean? What it say? Romans chapter 4, verse 15, where there's no law, there's no transgression. Now, when you break the law is when you look at a woman and you do not find out if she is married and you start lusting after her. You start desiring her. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if this woman belongs to a man. And you start making all these, you start imagining her, you know what I mean? Imagining her in this position, in that position. You know what I mean? But that woman belongs to one of your, it belongs to your brother. You know what I'm saying? That is a sin. That's why it's so important for you to go out and investigate. Investigate if this woman belongs to another man. See what I'm saying? Now, Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. Matthew 19 and 9. And it says, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication. The only way you can put away your wife, meaning do away with her, is because of fornication, because she has committed adultery. She has slept with another man. She let another man humble her. You know what I'm saying? That is the only way you could put away your wife, right? And it says, and shall marry another, committed adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away doth committed adultery. Right? So let me read it again. And I say unto you, whosoever put away his wife, except it be for fornication, meaning the only way you can put away your wife is because she committed adultery. But if you put her away to get another wife, right? And you marry another one, committed adultery. So that's what got that sister killed in that sodomite purple group, because they were teaching that you can only have one wife, and the goddamn heathen who took this sister for wife already had a wife, and he didn't want that. He didn't want people to find out, and what he do? He killed this sister, killed this sister, man. You know, they teach adultery in that goddamn fake Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching marriage, honorable marriage. They're not teaching that. But in the UPK, you're going to find honorable marriages. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Under Commanding General Yohana. Right? So, and whoso marrieth her which is put away doth committed adultery. Meaning, if a man is sleeping with a woman and he puts her away because he wants to now get another woman, right? She is having sex with this man. She belongs to him. And here you come, and she tells you, you don't do your diligence in investigating. You know what I mean? That's the time period. You know what I mean? When the courtship is the time period where you ask, when's the last time you had a man? When's the last time you had sex right? If she's had sex, like even in the last year, you know what I'm saying, and you take this woman and you sleep with her, and her man comes back and he wants her back, right? You have committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? You have taken another man's wife. That's the reason why you have to go. She tells you, you do your diligence, right? You do your diligence, like, hey sis, how long you been single? Like, man, you know what? I just, I was in a relationship recently, like 6 months ago, and you know what I mean? Like, you're like, hey, you guys still talk? Like, nah, man, you know what? He don't even look for me no more. All right, no sweat. Look, you're gonna have to find this man and ask this man, hey, look, man, I'm in the UPK and we don't, you know what I mean? We don't take, we don't take other man's wives. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to the sister and she's told me like you don't want to deal with her no more. He might tell you, man, you know what? I still want her. Like, hey, no sweat, you know what I mean? Now you have to step away and let him, you know what I mean, get what belongs to his possession. That's his possession, right? But he might tell you, man, you know what? You could have her. She's a monster. You know what I mean? Get it. All right, no sweat, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. If you are a godly man, you know what I mean? In the UPK, we teach you how to be godly. In the Christian church, you're gonna learn how to be ungodly. These fake Israelite groups, you're gonna learn how to be ungodly. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman, if it's been a year and she has not slept with another man, she does not know another man except the one who she's been, and it's been a year, that's the last man who she slept with, she still belongs to that man until you find out if this man still wants her or not. You know what I mean? If he does away with her, you know what I mean? No sweat. Now you could court her. If this man still wants her, you got to step away. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Salakia. You know what I mean? That's not what we do. That's not what I do. Because if a man finds out that you are a priest and officer in the school, and you have taken a woman, you have not found out if she still belongs to a man, and that man comes looking for her. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey man, you know what? I saw him in the video, and he has my woman. You know what I mean? You are gonna face some consequences. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna go into polygamy. Right? Oh, so like let me cover one more. One more. Yeah, Romans chapter 7. This is another way a woman can be free from her husband. Or the only way, right? Is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 2. It says, for the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. You belong to your husband. You know what I mean? Once you have sex with that man, you belong to your husband for the rest of your days. Right? Right, but it says, as long as he liveth, right? But if the husband be dead, meaning if the husband dies, she is loose from the law of her husband. Now you are free from your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna need some time, right? And if you decide to marry again, You know what I mean? Now you can. It's lawful to find another man until then, until your you know what I mean, until your husband pass away, you belong to your husband. You know what I'm saying? Unto death, right? So now go to Isaiah chapter 4. Because we're gonna talk about polygamy. Is multiple wives lawful? You know what I mean, as Captain Katazar says, multiple wives is lawful as and as righteous as the Sabbath, right? So we're just gonna go a few minutes over because I started a little late, right? It says Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, right? So like let me start off with the book of Exodus, chapter 21. The book of Exodus, chapter 21, and verse 10. It says, Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. If he take him another wife, you know what I mean? This is a man taking another wife. Her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. Meaning, you know what I mean, what you were giving her, you know what I'm saying, when you were contributing, you know what I mean, for your first wife, you know what I mean, the food, the raiment, her duty of marriage, meaning, you know what I mean, you doing your what does the scripture says? Shalaka, what's the can't recall what the scripture says, but anyways, you know what I mean, like you. So like, where am I? Verse 10. And her duty of marriage, right? Her duty, your duty of marriage, you know what I'm saying? You being her husband, laying with her, doing all that, you know what I mean? Like you complimenting her, you know what I'm saying? Showing her what do you call it? Showing her not praise, what's the word? Salagi, what's the word? Showing her Salagi, I can't recall the word, but anyways, you know what I mean? She does something, right, for you, or she does something, and you show her, you honor her, you know what I mean, with flowers, with a gift, you know what I'm saying? You show her what's the word? Right, so you so like you just honor her for you know, for being a good wife, right? She feeds the brothers, you know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? And it says, shall he not diminish? You know what I mean? It's like not feed the brothers, right? But you know, you being a husband unto her, you know what I mean? You get another wife, you cannot now, you know what I mean, show you know, give more sex to this wife and then not give sex to the other wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you cannot diminish that. You know what I'm saying? Just because this wife looks, badder, or what have you. You know what I mean? You still have to do what you were doing. You know what I mean? Contribute what you were contributing with your first wife, right?
That's right.
So now, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21. Verse 15. And verse 15. If a man have two wives, you know what I'm saying? The first one said, if a man take another wife. Now, if a man has two wives, he beloved, so like it, one he beloved, and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated. And if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be when he maketh his son to inherit that which he had, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? Meaning if a man has two wives, one, you know what I mean, she's hard to deal with. The other one, she's just loving, sweet, you know what I'm saying? But they both, gave you children, right? And then, they both gave you sons. And then the one who you least like, you know what I mean? And she's bored, she's giving you the first son. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna inherit everything you had. Just because you like the other wife more than the just because you like the other wife more, you can't make her son the one to inherit everything. It has to be the first son. You know what I'm saying? The first son is the one who's going to inherit everything you got. You know what I'm saying? So there's another scripture that tells you, you know what I'm saying, that that is a law, right? The first one, if you take another wife, you know what I'm saying, there's a law if you take another wife. Now there's a law if you have two wives and one, you know what I mean, is hard to deal with, and then the other one, you know what I'm saying, she just obeys you. She's kind out of one kind, you know what I'm saying? Like you cannot make her firstborn. I mean, you cannot make her son the firstborn when the other wife's son is the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to now Isaiah 4:1. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. You know what I'm saying? So in that day was back then, in that day is today. You know what I'm saying? 7 women are going to take hold of one man. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a priest and prophet of the most high power. You know what I'm saying? Because they no longer want to deal with, with a weak, effeminate man who has no integrity. You know what I'm saying? He's not honest with himself. You know what I mean? You being honest is you telling yourself, man, this is the woman that I'm gonna lay down with and I'm gonna keep her. I'm not just gonna sleep with her. You know what I'm saying? You need a man who has integrity, who hasn't been corrupted by the Christian, church. Because the Christian church will tell you Hey, look, hey, no sweat, you slept with that man's wife, just pray on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you slept outside of your marriage, just pray on it. The Lord's gonna forgive you, and we know that the Most High does not forgive sinners, right? So let me get that real quick. This is in the book of Ecclesiastes. So like Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. The book in the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. You know what I'm saying? It is wise to fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like the Christian church only teaches you to be a sinner, to be a filthy sinner, a disgusting sinner, right? And they teach you to be hated by the Most High Power. You know what I'm saying? By them telling you that, man, you know what? Like, hey, you did that. You know, the God still loves you. And by them telling you that God still loves you, now you're gonna go and sleep with more, married women. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has a day reserved for you. You know what I'm saying? And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. Christian churches teaches you how to be ungodly, man. You know what I'm saying? And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. The Most High Power has a mighty day, you know what I mean? Where you're going to face a punishment. I mean, it might be a warning. It might be death. You know what I'm saying? It'll be wisely to choose to repent and not to want to find out, you know what I mean? When that day is going to come. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to and it says a man's going to take a woman, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. Meaning like we going don't we could buy our own food and wear our own apparel. Like we could buy our own clothes. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Only let us be called by the house of Kamadah, by the house of Sawat. You know what I mean? By the house of you know what I mean? Of so on. You know what I'm saying? To take away our reproach. Now when they see that this woman belongs to me, they're gonna know that this woman has changed her life. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna know that she has cleaned herself up. And now she's keeping the high holy days. You know what I mean? She's put away crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? She's covering up her behind. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just end the class with that. I'm gonna just give you a few precepts where you can find men who have multiple wives, like King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? If you go to First Kings chapter 11, verse 3, you're gonna find out that King Solomon had, multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? In the book of Judges, chapter 8, verse 30, you're gonna find out that Gideon had many wives. You know what I'm saying? First Chronicles chapter 7, verse 4. You know what I mean? Priest and prophet had many wives and sons, right? Oh, another one. Salakia. I'll end it on this one. The book of Matthews. This is in the New Testament, proving that multiple wives is lawful. In the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1. The book, Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. You know what I'm saying? This is written in red. This is Christ speaking right here. And it says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet their bridegroom." You know what I'm saying? Christ Christ is making a comparison. You know what I mean? The kingdom is like 10 virgins. You know what I mean? So like 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Where the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. You know what I'm saying? When the husband to be was on his way, they were sleeping, waiting on him. And at midnight there was a cry made, "Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him." Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. You know what I'm saying? So the Christ is making a comparison. The kingdom is like multiple wives, man. You know what I'm saying? It just said it right here in verse 10 that the foolish went to go buy oil, and the wise stayed waiting on the bridegroom. And when he came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage. You know what I mean? Of course, they're not having an orgy. You know what I'm saying? An orgy is a sin against the Most High Power. That's right. You know what I mean? That is sodomy. You know what I'm saying? A woman and a woman on woman. You know what I'm saying? Is gay. You know what I'm saying? Is sodomy, right? So, they were ready. They were ready to marry this man. You know what I'm saying? And Christ is making that comparison because, you know what I mean, it is lawful. It is lawful for a man to have multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end the class with that. Until next week, shalom. To all the brothers, shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Lataba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, to all the sisters.